live at Paul Brown Stadium, Cincinnati, Ohio. It's the Raiders and the Bengals. And welcome into another NFL matchup here at Jammin' Sports. The Raiders and the Bengals live from Cincinnati. The Raiders now, they need to win to keep pace with the Browns with the #1 seed and to stay in first place in the AFC West. The Bengals will get the ball first. Cox over the 20-25 as he brings it out to the 28-yard line. Carter Cox, the rookie out of Nebraska. First down, Cincinnati. The Bengals led by Bo Hart, the 9th-year quarterback out of Grambling State University. The Bengals, if they lose, they're officially eliminated. They have to win to keep their very, very slim playoff hopes alive. They come in at 5-8. The Raiders are currently tied with the Chargers for first. They do have the tiebreaker, so they need to win for a couple of reasons. Hart under center on 1st and 10 from the 28-yard line. Hart fakes the handoff inside, looks downfield, throws deep down the sideline, and it's incomplete. Broken up by Marcus Robinson. Let's take a look at the Cincinnati offense. Up front, Hardwick, Brown, Cousins, Simmons, and Johns. And then it's Curtis, Pope, Treadwell, Austin, and Mosley. It'll be 2nd and 10 for the Bengals at their own 28-yard line. Four receivers spread wide for Cincinnati. Hart under center. Hart hands off to Jesse Treadwell around the outside, and Treadwell goes down the 30-yard line, a gain of 2. Let's take a look at the Raiders' defense. The Raiders play a 4-3. Sutton, Cripps, Washington, and Smith up front. Linebackers, Gray, Smith, and Porter, and the secondary. Robinson, Viceroy, McCorkle, and Wheeler. It'll be 3rd and 8 for Cincinnati at their own 30-yard line. They're trying to avoid going 3 and out on the opening drive. Bengals come out. Hart in the shotgun. Hart drops back. Hart throws downfield. It's caught by Treadwell. Out of bounds at the 33-yard line. He only got 3 yards. It'll bring up 4th and 5. His momentum took him out of bounds. And the Bengals go 3 and out. They'll have to punt. Not a bad day in Cincinnati. 49 degrees at kickoff. Partly cloudy skies. John Ryan gets the punt away. Fielded by Robinson at the 22. And he goes down at the 24-yard line. And that's where the Raiders will have it 1st and 10. Oakland led by their starting quarterback, number 11, Kevin Edwards, in his 9th year out of Army. He spent 1 year with the Browns, now in his 8th year with the Raiders. So the Bengals go 3 and out on their opening drive. Oakland will get it for the first time. No score. And they'll start from their own 24-yard line. Four receivers set wide. Edwards under center. Edwards hands off to John Chappell, who gets out to the 27-yard line. Let's take a look at the Oakland offense. Up front, Valdhere, Hayes, Durham, Walker, and Barletta. And then it's Harrison, Peterson, Chappell, Siegel, and Francesca. 2nd and 7 for the Raiders. From their own 27-yard line. A 3-yard run by Chappell on first down. Raiders come out. Edwards under center. Edwards pump fakes, hands off to Chappell up the middle, and Chappell makes his way out to the 35-yard line. A gain of 8 yards and a Raider first down. John Chappell, the 10th year back out of Arkansas. First down, Raiders. So Oakland gets the game's first down. They'll have it 1st and 10 from their own 35-yard line. Edwards in the shotgun, a back on either side. Takes the snap, looks downfield, throws out to Chappell, and Chappell across the 40 to the 41-yard line. A gain of 7 yards. It'll bring up 2nd and 3. Chappell, a pretty good receiver out of the backfield. It'll be 2nd and 3 from the 41-yard line. Raiders on the move, 4 receivers wide. Edwards in the shotgun. Edwards throws down the middle to Francesca, and he holds on at the Bengal 49-yard line. A 10-yard gain. First down, Raiders. James Francesca, the 5th-year receiver out of the University of Nevada, Las Vegas. First down, Raiders. .520 and counting here in the first quarter. Raiders in the I formation. Edwards under center. Edwards hands off to Peterson. And Peterson to the 48-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain. Let's take a look at the Bengal defense. The Bengals play a 4-3. Langford, Jordan, Peters, and Doris up front. The linebackers are Brazil, Gold, and Browner. And the secondary for Cincinnati, Hall, Terrell, Smith, and Lawrence. It'll be 2nd and 9 for the Raiders at the Cincinnati 48-yard line. Under 5 minutes left now in the first quarter, no score. Raiders come out in the I formation. Edwards to Peterson, and Peterson, no gain. On the tackle, number 52, Robert Brazil, in his 12th year out of North Carolina State. And that'll bring up 3rd and 9 for the Raiders at the Cincinnati 48. A big 3rd down coming up. 4 receivers set wide. Edwards in the shotgun. Edwards back. Edwards in trouble. He gets sacked back at the 48-yard line by Andy Doris, the 7th-year defensive end out of Wisconsin. A loss of 4 yards. It'll bring up 4th down, and the Raiders are going to have to punt. So the Bengals punted on their opening drive, and the Raiders are going to have to punt on theirs. Danny White, the 15th-year punter out of Arizona State, will come out. Spent 14 years with the Cowboys. In his first year with the Raiders, gets the punt away. Off the side of his foot. It's out of bounds at the 31-yard line. A 17-yard punt. That's not a good punt. And now the Bengals will take over at their own 31-yard line. No score with 3:47 left. We're in the first quarter. Live from Paul Brown Stadium, Cincinnati, Ohio. Week 14 here at Jammin' Sports. The 9-4 Raiders, the 5-8 Bengals. On 1st and 10. Hart under center. Hart hands off to Treadwell up the middle, and Jesse Treadwell to the 39-yard line, a gain of 8 yards. It'll be 2nd and 2. The 7th-year back out of Tennessee, Jesse Treadwell. I'm Jimmy Jam. Misty's here. Say hi, Misty.
Hi.
There you go. The second game of our quadruple header. We'll have the Steelers and Colts after this. We'll be in Indianapolis for that. Followed by the Panthers and the Bears. On 2nd and 2. Hart under center. Hart fakes the handoff. Throws downfield to Curtis. He can't hold on. Incomplete. Broken up by Leighton Cripps, the fifth-year defensive tackle out of Kansas State. And that'll bring up 3rd and 2 for Cincinnati. It's been a scoreless first quarter so far. 3:14 remaining in the first. 3rd and 2 for the Bengals. Hart in the shotgun. Hart back. Throws to Curtis. And he can't hold on. Incomplete. That was broken up by Ben Porter, the rookie linebacker out of Alabama. It'll be 4th down, and the Bengals are going to have to punt again. John Ryan will come in, gets the punt away. And that's going to be fielded by Robinson at the 13. He brings it out to the 18-yard line. Marcus Robinson on the return. So every possession so far has ended with a punt. And now the Raiders will have it for the second time. 3:03 left to play in the first quarter. No score. And the Raiders will start from the 18-yard line. First and 10. Edwards in the shotgun. He's got Chappell going out as a receiver. Edwards takes the snap, throws inside. It's knocked down, incomplete. Nearly intercepted by Sean Lawrence, the third-year defensive back out of Auburn. And that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Had Lawrence held on, it would have been a pick six. Second and 10 for the Raiders at their own 18-yard line. 3:01 remaining in the first quarter, no score. 4 receivers set wide. Edwards in the shotgun. Edwards will drop back. Throws outside to Harrison. He's out of bounds at the 23-yard line. A gain of 5 yards. It'll bring up 3rd and 5. Colton Harrison on the catch in his 4th year out of Duke. And that'll bring up 3rd and 5. Under 3 minutes left in the first quarter. 4 receivers set wide. Edwards in the shotgun. Edwards will drop back. It's throws outside to Chappell. Down the sideline. He's got the first down. Finally out of bounds at the 36-yard line. A 13-yard gain on the swing pass to John Chappell, the 10th year back out of Arkansas. First down, Raiders. The Raiders currently tied with the Chargers at 9-4 for first place in the AFC West. The Raiders have the tiebreaker, though, having swept the Chargers this season. They need to win to maintain first place. First and 10 from the 36. Edwards under center. Edwards hands off to Chappell. And Chappell a yard out to the 37-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 9. Larry Peters on the tackle, number 92 for Cincinnati. Coming up on 2 minutes left in the first quarter. Edwards in the shotgun on 2nd and 9. Edwards fakes the handoff inside. Rolls out. Throws downfield. Is caught by Harrison in Bengal territory down to the 38-yard line. A 25-yard gain to Colton Harrison. Down to the Bengal 38-yard line. First down, Raiders. I mentioned the Raiders are currently in first place. Next week they host Kansas City, and that's going to be a huge game, as the Chiefs are only one game back. And the Raiders will finish the season home for the Seahawks, so they get their final 2 games at home. First and 10 from the 38. Gibson in motion. Edwards hands off to Chappell. And Chappell a yard to the 37-yard line. It'll bring up 2nd and 9. Ross Browner on the tackle, number 79, in his 8th year out of Florida. 1:10 and counting. Here in the first quarter. Still no score. Raiders on the move though, 2nd and 9. 4 receivers wide. Chappell up the middle. And Chappell no gain as he's tackled by Larry Peters, once again, number 92. It'll bring up 39 at the 37-yard line. 40 seconds and counting here in the first quarter. 4 receivers wide. Edwards in the shotgun. Edwards fakes the handoff inside, throws downfield, and it's knocked away, incomplete. Knocking the ball away is Andrew Wilson, the 5th-year defensive back out of Tennessee. The intended receiver was Darren Woods in his 3rd year out of Michigan. It'll be 4th down, and the Raiders are going to have to punt unless they want to try a 54-yard field goal. .28 seconds left in the quarter. They're going to try it. Alan McCoy from 54 yards to put the Raiders on the board first. There's the snap, kick is up, and it hit the upright. No good. So close, and yet so far. It hit the right upright. We remain scoreless. We're live from Paul Brown Stadium, Cincinnati, Ohio. Week 14 here at Javin Sports. Raiders and Bengals, no score. The Bengals will take over now in pretty good field position at their own 44-yard line. 23 seconds left here in the first quarter. 1st and 10. Bengals come out. Hart under center. Hart drops back, throws downfield. It's caught by Austin out to the 48-yard line. A gain of 9 to Nick Austin, the 6th-year tight end out of Texas. It'll bring up 2nd and 1 for the Bengals. And that's going to bring us to the end of the first quarter. They won't get the playoff in time. At the end of one, we have no score here at Javin Sports. And welcome back to Paul Brown Stadium, Cincinnati, Ohio. Week 14 here at Javin Sports. The Raiders and the Bengals. We have no scores. We start the second quarter. The Raiders, they need to win to maintain their lead in the AFC West, and also to regain the number 1 seed in the AFC at the moment. The Browns won earlier. They're 10-4. The Raiders can get to 10-4 with a win over the Bengals. It'll be 2nd and 1 for Cincinnati at the Raider 48-yard line as we start the second quarter. Hart in the shotgun. Takes the snap, hands off to Treadwell, up the middle, and Jesse Treadwell to the 40-yard line. A gain of 8 and a Bengal first down. The Bengals are coming off that big win last week against Detroit on the road. And the Raiders are coming off that double overtime win against the Chargers. One of those weird formations here. 1st and 10. Hart to Treadwell, and Treadwell gets a nice gain out of it. 7 yards to the 33-yard line. It'll bring up 2nd and 3. The old swinging gate. First down, Cincinnati. Or not a first down. It'll be 2nd and 3 for Cincinnati. The Bengals down to the Raider 33-yard line. Hart under center. Hart hands off to Treadwell. And Treadwell, no gain. Back to the line of scrimmage. On the tackle, number 94, Ethan Washington. In his 4th year out of San Jose State. It'll bring up 3rd and 3. We've got the Steelers and the Colts after this. We'll be in Indianapolis for that one. 3rd and 3 from the 33-yard line. Hart in the shotgun. Hart back, looking. Throws downfield. It's caught by Mosley at the 21-yard line. A gain of 12 yards to Kedrick Mosley in his 4th year out of Eastern Washington. First down, Cincinnati. Down to the Raider 21-yard line. On the tackle, number 20, Randall Wheeler. First and 10 Bengals from the Raider 21. Hart under center. Mosley in motion. Hart fakes the handoff, throws downfield, is caught by Crane, and Christopher Crane down to the 4-yard line. A 17-yard gain by the 13th year tight end out of Army, Christopher Crane. First down, Cincinnati. Will be 1st and goal at the 4-yard line. If the Bengals were to upset the Raiders, that would open the door for the Chargers and the Chiefs in the AFC West. 1st and goal from the 4-yard line. Hart under center. 3-step drop, and he gets sacked back at the 8-yard line. That'll be a 4-yard sack by number 53, Russell Smith, in his 8th year out of Alabama. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 8-yard line. If you missed the earlier game, the Cleveland Browns defeated the Buffalo Bills 22-10. The Browns now go to 10-4. 2nd and goal from the 8-yard line. Hart in the shotgun. Hart hands off to Treadwell, and Treadwell is in for the touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run by Jesse Treadwell, and the Bengals take a 6-0 lead. Somebody finally gets on the scoreboard. The 7th year running back out of Tennessee, Jesse Treadwell. And now Luke Jones for the extra point. Kick is up, and it is good. Bengals lead at 7-0. 5:05 left to play here in the first half. Live from Paul Brown Stadium, Cincinnati, Ohio. Week 14 here at Jammin' Sports. The 9-4 Raiders, the 5-8 Bengals. The Bengals trying to keep their slim playoff hopes alive. The Raiders trying to stay in first place in the AFC West. Raiders find themselves down 7-0. Plenty of time left on the clock. 5:05 left in the half. Both teams have 3 timeouts. Luke Jones will kick off for the Bengals. There's the kickoff by Jones. Fielded by Peterson at the 2-yard line. Over the 20, 25. Out to the 26-yard line. Tyler Peterson on the return. 1st and 10 Raiders at their own 26-yard line. Five minutes, 1 second left in the first half. Kevin Edwards, the quarterback. Raiders come out on 1st and 10. Edwards under center. Edwards hands off to Chappell. He only gets a yard out to the 27-yard line. Larry Peters on the tackle for Cincinnati. It'll be 2nd and 10. No gain on the play. Raiders come out in the offset eye. Edwards under center. Edwards drops back. Throws downfield. He's got a man. Francesca out to the 49-yard line. A gain of 22 yards and a Raider first down to James Francesca, the 5th-year receiver out of UNLV. Robert Brazil, the linebacker, on the tackle. First down, Raiders. Still plenty of time here in the first half. 4:10 and counting. 1st and 10 for the Raiders at their own 49-yard line. They come out in the I formation. Edwards, play action. Rolls out, throws downfield. It's caught by Francesca all the way down to the Cincinnati 28-yard line. A 23-yard gain to James Francesca once again. First down, Raiders at the Bengal 28-yard line. Lee Gold, the linebacker, number 50, in his 12th year out of Alabama, makes the tackle. .340 and counting. Here in the first half, Edwards in the shotgun. He's got Woods in motion. Edwards to Chappell up the middle. And John Chappell to the 23-yard line. A gain of 5. It'll bring up 2nd and 5. Down to the Bengal 23-yard line. Keaton Walters on the tackle, the rookie out of Maryland, the linebacker. It'll be 2nd and 5. Raiders come out. 4 receivers set wide. Edwards under center. Edwards, 3-step drop, throws inside to Woods, down to the 17-yard line. A gain of 6 yards and a Raider first down. Under 3 minutes left here in the first half. Bengals up 7-0. Raiders on the move. We're coming up on the 2-minute warning. 2:45 and counting. Raiders come out in the I formation. Edwards hands off to Chappell, and Chappell gets back to the line of scrimmage and nothing more. It'll be 2nd and 10. On the tackle, number 29, Leon Hall, in his 11th year out of Michigan. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 17-yard line. We'll probably have the 2-minute warning after this play. 2nd and 10 from the 17. Edwards hands off to Peterson, who gets down to the 12-yard line, a gain of 5 yards. And we've hit the 2-minute warning. Bengals up 7-0 here at Chapman Sports. And welcome back to Paul Brown Stadium, Cincinnati, Ohio. Week 14 here at Chapman Sports. The Raiders and the Bengals. The Bengals lead at 7-0. With 2 minutes left in the first half. It'll be 3rd and 5 for the Raiders at the Cincinnati 12-yard line. Raiders try to tie it up. 3rd and 5. Edwards in the gun. Edwards takes the snap, throws outside to Harrison, down to the 8-yard line. He's going to be shy of the first down. A gain of 3 yards. That'll bring up 4th and 2. Do the Raiders go for it, or do they kick the field goal? It would be a 25-yard field goal from here by Alan McCoy. Donovan Dorsett, the free safety, on the tackle for Cincinnati. Let's see what the Raiders choose to do. They're going to kick the field goal. A 25-yard attempt by Alan McCoy to get the Raiders on the scoreboard. There's the snap. Kick is up, and it's good. The Raiders score, but the Bengals still lead at 7-3 with 1:53 left to play here in the first half. We're live from Paul Brown Stadium, Cincinnati, Ohio. Week 14 here at Chapman Sports. We'll have the Steelers and the Colts after this. We'll be in Indianapolis for that one. And then we'll have the Panthers and the Bears after that. Danny White will tee it up for the Raiders. Bengals now with a chance to score before halftime. They can make it a 2-score game if they get a touchdown. There's the kickoff by White. Fielded by Woolfolk at the 4-yard line over the 25. And he brings it out to the 28-yard line. Desmond Woolfolk, the rookie out of Tennessee. And now Bo Hart, the 9th-year quarterback out of Grambling State. He'll lead the Bengal offense. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 28-yard line. A low-scoring defensive contest here in the first half. 4 receivers set wide. Hart in the gun. Hart back. Looks downfield. Rolls out. He's going to take off. And Bo Hart down the sideline. A big gain by Hart in Raider territory. Down to the 37-yard line. A 34-yard run by Bo Hart, the 9th-year quarterback out of Grambling State, into Raider territory. And now the Bengals, at the very least, they might get a field goal before halftime. Bo Hart doing it with his feet. Made a nice move on Zachary right there. That got him another 20 yards. 1:25 and counting. The Bengals have 3 timeouts. On 1st and 10, Bo Hart in the shotgun. Hart will drop back. Throws down the middle. It's nearly picked off. Incomplete. James Kingston, the linebacker, in his 6th year out of LSU, nearly got the interception. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Nick Austin, the intended receiver, the tight end. Kingston should have had that one. That'll stop the clock with a minute 11 left. We're in the first half. 2nd and 10 from the Bengals at the Raider 37. 5 receivers wide. Hart in the gun. Hart throws outside to Treadwell. Down to the 25-yard line, a gain of 12 yards. And a Bengal first down. And Cincinnati will take their first timeout. With a minute 1 remaining here in the first half. Bengals up 7-3. Cincinnati trying to get the upset. The Raiders need to win this game to maintain their lead in the AFC West. They're currently tied with the Chargers, but they have the tiebreaker on the Chargers. And they're 1 game up on the Chiefs, who are 8-5. And they play the Chiefs next week. 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line. Bo Hart under center. Hart, 3-step drop, throws, gets it out to Mosley. And Kendrick Mosley down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 11 yards and a Bengal first down. They take another timeout with 56 seconds left. The Bengals have 1 timeout left. They'll have it at the Raider 14-yard line. They can take a 2-score lead if they get a touchdown. It's been a defensive game up to this point. First and 10 Bengals at the Raider 14. 4 receivers set wide. Hart in the shotgun. Hart looks downfield, throws inside to Curtis. Down to the 7-yard line, a gain of 7. It'll bring up 2nd and 3. Isaac Curtis, the 3rd-year receiver out of the University of Washington. The Bengals take another timeout. They have 1 timeout left. No, they don't. The clock is running 35 seconds. They have 1 timeout left. In the I formation, Hart under center. Hart draws back. Throws down the middle to Mosley. He gets turned around. They'll give him credit down to the 5-yard line. It'll bring up 3rd and 1, a 2-yard gain. And the Bengals take their final timeout with 16 seconds left until halftime. It'll be 3rd and 1 from the Raider 5. The Bengals would love to get a touchdown to go up by 2 scores. It'll be 3rd and 1 at the Raider 5. Hart under center. Curtis in motion. Hart back, looks to the end zone. Steps up, rolls out, will take it himself. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A 5-yard touchdown run by Bo Hart. And the Bengals, the surprising Bengals, have taken a 13-3 lead over the Raiders right before halftime on a 5-yard touchdown run by Bo Hart. And now Luke Jones will come on for the extra point to make it an 11-point game. The kick is up, and it's good. Bengals lead it 14-3 with 12 seconds left to play here in the first half. Live from Paul Brown Stadium, Cincinnati, Ohio. Week 14 here at Jammin' Sports. The Bengals looking for a stunning upset here in Week 14. Remember now, the Raiders are tied with the Chargers for first place. The Chargers play at Denver later this week. And the Broncos have the worst record in the AFC. So the Chargers are watching this game closely. "12 seconds left in the half. Luke Jones will kick off for the Bengals. This will be fielded by Peterson at the 2-yard line over the 20, 25. Out across the 30, still on his feet. Peterson all the way out to the 44-yard line, nearly broke it. All the way to the Bengal 44-yard line, 2 seconds left until halftime. Tyler Peterson, in his 7th year out of Illinois, nearly went the distance. Now the Raiders have it at the Bengal 44-yard line with 2 seconds left until halftime. Let's see what the Raiders do. Too long for a field goal. It'd be a 61-yard field goal. You don't want to try that. Raiders will line up for a Hail Mary right before halftime. Edwards back, looks downfield, throws into a crowd, bounces around, incomplete. We've hit halftime. Your halftime score, the Bengals 14, the Raiders 3, here at Chapman Sports. Welcome back to Paul Brown Stadium, Cincinnati, Ohio, Week 14 here at Chapman Sports. The surprising Cincinnati Bengals lead the Oakland Raiders 14-3 as we get ready to start the second half. The Raiders at 9-4 in first place in the AFC West will get the ball first to start the second half, fielded by Peterson at the 1-yard line over the 25, and he brings it out to the 26-yard line. So the Raiders, down by 2 scores, will get the ball first. The Bengals at 5-8. If they lose this game, if the Raiders come back and win, the Bengals will be eliminated from the playoffs. If they win, the Raiders, or the Bengals, excuse me, will keep their slim playoff hopes alive, but they're very slim. Very, very slim. They have to win out and get help. First and 10 Raiders from their own 26. Edwards in the shotgun. Edwards hands off to Chappell inside. Big gain for Chappell across the 40 to the 42-yard line. A gain of 16 yards and a Raider first down. The 10th year running back out of Arkansas, John Chappell. On the tackle, Sean Lawrence for the Bengals in his 4th year out of Auburn. First and 10 Raiders from their own 42. Trying to get back in this game. 4 receivers sat wide. Edwards in the shotgun. Edwards back. Throws underneath to Siegel. Incomplete. It was broken up by the linebacker, Lee Gold, in his 12th year out of Alabama. It'll be 2nd and 10 for the Raiders at their own 42-yard line. Kevin Edwards under center. He's got Francesca in motion. Edwards will drop back, throws downfield, and it's knocked away by Ross Browner, number 79, in his 8th year out of Florida. Knocks that ball down. It'll be 3rd and 10. Intended for the tight end, Jason Siegel, once again. 3rd and 10 for the Raiders. The Raiders have had their hands full with the Bengals this afternoon. 3rd and 10. Kevin Edwards, the quarterback, in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Throws downfield, and it's incomplete. Knocked down by number 23. That's Donovan Dorsett, the fourth-year safety out of South Florida. And that'll bring up 4th down, and the Raiders are going to have to punt. Unless they want to try a 67-yard field goal, which I would not recommend. So the Bengal defense holds. Danny White will come in to punt for the Raiders. White gets the punt away. Fielded by Woolfolk at the 10-yard line. He brings it out to the 15. And that's where the Bengals will take over. 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line. We're live from Paul Brown Stadium, Cincinnati, Ohio. Week 14 here at Jammin' Sports. The Bengals with a 14-3 lead over the Raiders. We'll have the Steelers and the Colts after this. We'll be in Indianapolis for that one. The Bengals come out in the offset eye. Hart to Treadwell up the middle, and Jesse Treadwell out to the 26-yard line, a gain of 11, and a Bengal first down. The 7th-year back out of Tennessee, Jesse Treadwell. That's a good name for a running back, Treadwell. The Bengals have surprisingly been dominant in this game so far. 1st and 10 for Cincinnati at their own 26. Bo Hart under center. Hart will drop back. Throws to the near side to Austin. He cannot hang on. Incomplete. Randall Wheeler broke it up, number 20. Wheeler in his 5th year out of Miami. It'll be 2nd and 10 for Cincinnati at their own 26. 6:36 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. Bengals come out. On 2nd and 10. Hart to Treadwell up the middle, across the 30 to the 32-yard line. A gain of 6 yards. It'll bring up 3rd and 4. On the tackle, Eldon McCorkle in his 4th year out of Syracuse. A big 3rd down for Cincinnati. 3rd and 4 at their own 32-yard line. Bo Hart in the shotgun. Hart will drop back. Hart throws outside. He short-hopped it. Incomplete. And that'll bring up 4th down, and the Bengals are going to have to punt. The Raider defense holds. And now Oakland will get the ball back. Down by 11. Still a lot of time left in the game. John Ryan back to punt. Gets the punt away. Fielded by Robinson at the 16-yard line. Brings it out to the 29. Marcus Robinson on the return. It'll be 1st down, Raiders. Live from Paul Brown Stadium, Cincinnati, Ohio. Week 14 here at Jammin' Sports. Raiders down by 11. They'll start from their own 29-yard line. Trying to get back in this ball game. Four receivers spread wide. Edwards in the shotgun. Edwards drops back. Throws downfield. It's got Sigel wide open. Jason Sigel all the way down to the 40-yard line of Cincinnati. 1st down, Raiders. A 31-yard gain to Jason Sigel. the 7th-year tight end out of Tulsa University. And the Raiders are now in Cincinnati territory. 1st and 10. They can make this a one-score game on this drive. Still plenty of time. We're coming up on 5.5 minutes left here in the third quarter. 1st and 10 Raiders from the Bengal 40-yard line. Raiders in the I formation. Edwards, play action, throws, and it's intercepted by Cincinnati at the 25-yard line. Mario Smith, the 4th-year free safety out of Wisconsin, with the pick. And that'll stop the Raider drive. And the Bengals will start at their own 25-yard line. A big interception by Mario Smith, the former Patriot. Spent 3 years with New England, now in his first year with Cincinnati. First and 10 Bengals at their own 25-yard line. Going the other way. Bengals come out. They're in the offset I. 1st and 10 from the 25. Edwards fakes the handoff. Not Edwards, Hart throws downfield. Incomplete. He was looking for Nick Austin. It'll be 2nd and 10. He was well covered by Randall Wheeler. And that'll stop the clock with 5:12 remaining here in the third quarter. 2nd and 10 for the Bengals at their own 25. Bo Hart in the shotgun. Hart, a draw play to Treadwell. A yard out to the 26-yard line. And that'll bring up 3rd and 9. On the tackle, Russell Smith in his 8th year out of Alabama. And that'll bring up 3rd and 9. Under 5 minutes left now in the third quarter. 4 receivers wide for the Bengals. Hart in the shotgun. Hart will drop back. Hart throws, dumps it off to Treadwell. A 2-yard gain out to the 28-yard line. And the Raiders defense holds again. Leighton Cripps on the tackle, number 93. And that'll bring up 4th and 7. And the Bengals are going to have to punt again. This is settled into a defensive game. The Bengals up 14-3. The Raiders still have time. 4:25 and counting here in the third quarter. Bengals up by 11. John Ryan back to punt. Gets the punt away. Fielded by Robinson. Makes a nice move across the 30 to the 32-yard line. Marcus Robinson on the return in his 12th year out of Stanford. So Kevin Edwards comes back out. There's his numbers on the day. 4:12 remaining here in the third quarter. The Raiders still have time to come back. To be perfectly honest, the Raiders have not played well so far. Edwards under center on first down. Edwards, play action, looks downfield, throws down the far sideline. He's got a man open. Francesca down the sideline. One man to beat. Touchdown, Raiders. A 68-yard touchdown to James Francesca, the 5th-year receiver out of UNLV. And the Raiders are right back in it. Edwards hit him in stride, and he got back past that final man, Dorsett, and got in for the touchdown. A 68-yard touchdown catch to James Francesca. the fifth-year receiver out of UNLV. And the Raiders are back in it. Alan McCoy for the extra point. Nope, the Raiders are going to go for two. They want to make it a 3-point game. In the offset eye. Edwards hands off to Chappell. He's not going to get there. The Bengal defense is right there, led by Andy Doris, number 69. It remains a 5-point ball game. The Bengals up 14-9. But the Raiders, they made it a one-score game. Robert Brazil, Lee Gold on the tackle, the linebackers for Cincinnati on the two-pointed try. Four minutes, 2 seconds left here in the third quarter. Bengals up 14-9. Danny White will kick off for the Raiders. There's the kickoff. Fielded by Carter Cox at the 5-yard line over the 25. And Cox will bring it out to the 29-yard line. That's where the Bengals will have it, 1st and 10. Cincinnati up 14-9. 3:57 left to play here in the third quarter. A one-score game, a one-possession game. Bo Hart will lead the Bengal offense. The Raiders have stopped the last two Bengal drives. The Bengals come out. Bo Hart under center. Hart to Treadwell up the middle. And Jesse Treadwell, 2 yards, out to the 31-yard line to bring up 2nd and 8. If the Raiders come back and win, the Bengals will be eliminated from the playoffs. So the Bengals have every incentive to play well. 3 receivers to the far side. Hart in the shotgun on 2nd down. Hart back to throw. And it's knocked down, incomplete. Nearly picked off. James Kingston, the linebacker, knocked it down. And Eldon McCorkle nearly caught it. And that'll bring up 3rd and 8. For Cincinnati at their own 31-yard line. 3:28 left to play here in the third quarter. We've got the Steelers and the Colts up after this. On 3rd down, Hart in the shotgun. Hart back to throw. Hart rolls out. He's going to take off. He's got the 1st down across midfield. A big gain to the Raider 42-yard line. A 27-yard run by Bo Hart to the Raider 42-yard line. 1st down, Bengals into Raider territory. You got to account for the quarterback, or else he'll burn you every time, especially if the quarterback can run. We're coming up on the 3-minute mark here in the third quarter. Bengals up 14-9. 1st and 10 from the Raider 42. Hart in the shotgun. Hart, play action, looking, throws downfield to King, inside the 15, inside the 5 to the 2-yard line. Shamar King, a 42-yard or 40-yard catch. The 5th-year receiver out of Tennessee, all the way down to the Raider 2-yard line. 40 yards on the play. Finally run down by Marcus Robinson, number 25. It'll be 1st and goal, Cincinnati. And what is turning into a major upset if the Bengals win today. 2.5 minutes left in the third quarter. First and goal from the 2-yard line. The Bengals in the I formation. Hart to Treadwell, and he gets hit and brought down at the 4, a loss of 2 yards. Making the stop, number 53, Russell Smith, in his 8th year out of Alabama. It'll be second and goal. Back at the 4-yard line for Cincinnati. We're coming up on the 2-minute mark here in the third quarter. The Bengals come out in the offset I. Hart under center. Hart will hand off to Treadwell, and he gets smacked down again for a 2-yard loss. Back to the 6-yard line. This time, it was Robert Sutton, the 8th year defensive end out of Texas. And the Bengals are going backwards. It'll be third and goal at the 6-yard line for Cincinnati. 1:40 and counting. The Raiders would love to keep this a field goal, keep it a 1-score game. On third and goal from the 6, Bo Hart drops back, rolls out, being chased, and he's going to get sacked and thrown down back at the 8-yard line. Robert Sutton on the play for the Raiders. It'll bring up fourth and goal back at the 8-yard line. And the Bengals will be forced to try a 25-yard field goal. It'll make it an 8-point game. It'll keep it a 1-score game. He caught up to him, Sutton, and slammed him to the turf. Luke Jones will come out, the 6th-year kicker out of Miami, from 25 yards to put the Bengals up by 8. There's the snap. Kick is up. Looks good. Is good. Bengals lead at 17-9. An 8-point lead with 55 seconds left. Here in the third quarter. We're live from Paul Brown Stadium, Cincinnati, Ohio. Week 14 here at Jammin' Sports. The 9-4 Raiders and the 5-8 Bengals. We'll have the Steelers and the Colts after this. We'll be in Indianapolis for that one. So Luke Jones will kick off for the Bengals. They're up by 8. Here's the kick. Fielded by Robinson at the 2-yard line. Over the 20, 25, 30. Marcus Robinson out to the 32-yard line. First down Raiders. 50 seconds left here in the third quarter. James Francesca, his numbers on the day. Still plenty of time for the Raiders. They're down by 1 score. 50 seconds left here in the third quarter. The Raiders need to win to maintain their lead in the AFC West. The Raiders come out in the I on 1st and 10. Edwards takes the snap, hands off to Chappell, and John Chappell escapes the tackle and gets out to the 41-yard line. A gain of 9. First down Raiders. Actually, 2nd and 1. It'll be 2nd and 1. Just shy of the first down. I got ahead of myself. Third quarter clock is winding down. About 30 seconds and counting. 2nd and 1 for the Raiders at their own 41-yard line. In the I formation. Edwards, play action, rolls out, throws to Siegel into Bengal territory to the 46-yard line. A gain of 13 yards and a Raider first down. And that will bring us to the end of the third quarter. Bengals up 17-9 here at Chapman Sports. Welcome back to Paul Brown Stadium, Cincinnati, Ohio. Week 14 actually, here at Chapman Sports. The Raiders and the Bengals, and the surprising Bengals lead it 17-9 as we start the fourth quarter. The Raiders, though, on the move, down by 8. They have it at the Bengal 46-yard line, 1st and 10. Kevin Edwards in the shotgun for Oakland. Takes the snap, throws, dumps it off, incomplete. Broken up by Lee Gold, the linebacker, number 50. Colton Harrison, the intended receiver. It'll be 2nd and 10 for the Raiders at the Bengal 46-yard line. Edwards in the shotgun on 2nd and 10. Edwards drops back, throws to the near side, nearly picked off, incomplete. Getting his hands on it, Mario Smith. That would have been an interception for a touchdown had he held on. He had a lot of real estate in front of him. And that will bring up 3rd and 10. The Raiders dodge a bullet on that one. It'll be 3rd and 10 from the Bengal 46-yard line. Edwards in the shotgun. Edwards drops back. Throws downfield. He's got a man wide open. Chappell all the way down to the 14-yard line. A 32-yard gain to John Chappell down to the 14-yard line. I mean, Chappell was wide open. He found a seam in the zone, exploited it for the first down. 32 yards down to the Bengal 14-yard line. That's where the Raiders will have it. 1st and 10, down by 8. 7.5 minutes left here in the fourth quarter. 3 receivers to the far side. Edwards in the shotgun. Edwards to Chappell up the middle. And Chappell 3 yards to the 11-yard line. It'll bring up 2nd and 7. Andy Doris on the tackle, number 69. We're coming up on the 7-minute mark. 2nd and 7 from the 11-yard line. Edwards under center. Edwards, a draw play to Chappell up the middle, and Chappell loses the ball. And who comes up with it? Cincinnati does. It's recovered by Cedric Jordan, number 95. And just when you thought the Raiders were going to tie it up, they cough it up. It was ripped away by number 51, Keaton Walters, the linebacker. And Jordan pounces on it. And the Bengals will get it back, going the other way. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 6-yard line. 6:53 left to play in regulation. Now it's up to the Raider defense to get a stop if they're going to stay in this game. Bengals up 17-9. A major upset in the making here. Bo Hart, the quarterback, under center. Hart, play action. Throws downfield. It's caught by Austin across the 30. Out of bounds at the 40-yard line. A gain of 34 yards and a Bengal first down. Nick Austin, the 6th-year tight end out of Texas. A big Bengal first down. If the Raiders lose this game, it's going to open the door for the Chargers and the Chiefs in the AFC West. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line. Hart, play action, looks downfield, throws to Austin into Raider territory down to the 38-yard line. A gain of 22 yards on the play to Nick Austin. On the tackle, number 58, Levi Gray. In his 5th year out of Nebraska. But it's another Bengal first down. Move the chains. .6:15 and counting. 1st and 10 for the Bengals. Now they have that odd formation here. Hart to Treadwell, and this time it doesn't go very far. In fact, no gain on the play. As the Raiders read that one, Leighton Cripps made the tackle in his 5th year out of Kansas State. 2nd and 10 for the Bengals at the Raider 38. 5:45 and counting. Here in the 4th quarter. Bengals trying to make it a 2-score game. Hart to Treadwell up the middle, and Jesse Treadwell down to the 30-yard line, a gain of 8 yards. It'll bring up 3rd and 2. The Bengals now in field goal range. Overall, the Raiders have not played well today. They played kind of sloppy. And the Bengals have dominated and capitalized. 3rd and 2 from the 30-yard line. Bo Hart under center. Hart to Treadwell up the middle, and Jesse Treadwell to the 25. A gain of 5 yards. It'll be first down, Cincinnati. Under 5 minutes to play. The Bengals just moving it at will now. The Raiders can't seem to stop them. Hard to believe this Bengal team is 5-8, as well as they played today. But they are. They're just 5-8. Hart under center. On first down. He'll hand off to Treadwell again. And Treadwell all the way down to the 13-yard line. A 12-yard gain. Another Bengals first down. James Kingston, the linebacker, on the tackle. But the Bengals just chewing up clock, chewing up yardage. They're well inside field goal range. They're thinking touchdown now. 1st and 10 from the Raider 13-yard line. Bo Hart under center. On first down, drops back. Hart throws to the end zone. Touchdown! Bengals, Christopher Crane, the tight end, 13 yards, and a Bengal touchdown. And the Bengals take a 2-score lead, 23-9. They're up by 14. Christopher Crane, the 13-year veteran tight end out of Army. He's playing for his 4th team. He's played for the Browns, Falcons, and Steelers, and now he's on the Bengals. Luke Jones for the extra point. Kick is up, and it's good. Bengals lead by 15, 24-9, with 4:09 remaining here in the fourth quarter. We're live from Paul Brown Stadium, Cincinnati, Ohio. Week 14 here at Jammin' Sports. And the Raiders are behind the 8 ball. They've got to score twice in just over 4 minutes. And they also have to get a 2-point conversion along the way, as the Bengals have really dominated. Luke Jones will kick off for the Cincinnati Bengals. There's the kick. Fielded by Robinson at the 3-yard line. Over the 20, 25. And Robinson out to the 28-yard line. Four minutes, 5 seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter. Kevin Edwards will come out, the 9th-year quarterback out of Army. Can he lead a Raider comeback? This would be a major comeback. The Raiders have the weapons, though. 1st and 10 from their own 28. 4 receivers set wide. Edwards in the shotgun. Edwards back. Looks, throws to the near side to Harrison. Out of bounds at the 37-yard line. A gain of 9. It'll bring up 2nd and 1. Colton Harrison, the 4th-year receiver out of Duke. That'll stop the clock. 4 minutes and 1 second remaining. Four receivers set wide for the Raiders. Edwards in the shotgun. Edwards drops back. He'll throw to the near side to Harrison again. Out of bounds at the 45-yard line. A gain of 8 yards and a Raider first down. And that stops the clock. 3:57 left as he gets out of bounds. On the tackle, number 21, I'm sorry, Mario Smith. It'll be 1st and 10 Raiders from their own 45. Edwards drops back, throws to Francesca, coming across to the 44-yard line. That's a gain of 11 yards and a Raider first down to James Francesca to the Bengal 44-yard line. Lee Gold on the tackle, the linebacker, number 50. Raiders on the move, first down into Bengal territory. He's had a big day, Francesca, over 100 yards receiving. Clock is running, 3:35 and counting. 1st and 10 for the Raiders at the Bengal 44. Edwards in the shotgun. Edwards throws underneath to Chappell, somehow caught it at the 42-yard line. Just a gain of 2. It'll bring up 2nd and 8. Lee Gold on the tackle, number 50. Time becoming a factor now for the Raiders. It'll be 2nd and 8 at the 42-yard line. 4 receivers set wide for the Raiders. Edwards in the shotgun. Edwards will drop back. He gets sacked back at the 50-yard line. A loss of 8 yards. Ross Browner making the sack. The 8th-year defensive end out of Florida. And that'll bring up 3rd and 16 for the Raiders. It's going to be 3rd and long for Oakland. Down by 15, 24-9. And Oakland's running out of time, 2:45 and counting. They really need to get a score before the 2-minute warning. On 3rd and 16 from midfield, Edwards in the shotgun. Back to throw. Gets it out, incomplete. It was tipped at the line of scrimmage by Ross Browner. And that'll bring up 4th and 16. The Raiders have to go for it. They're in 4-down territory. 4th and 16 from midfield. Edwards in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Rolls out. And he gets sacked. Back at the 43-yard line by Ross Browner once again. It'll be a turnover on downs, and the Bengals will take over in Raider territory at the 43-yard line. Up 24-9 with 2:25 remaining here in the fourth quarter. We're live from Paul Brown Stadium, Cincinnati, Ohio. Week 14 here at Jammin' Sports. Bo Hart under center. Hart hands off to Treadwell. And Treadwell, a 10-yard gain out to the 33-yard line. First down, Cincinnati. The Bengals looking to put this one away. I am surprised by how much the Bengals have dominated this game today. They have dominated. And we've hit the 2-minute warning. Bengals up 24-9 here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome back to Paul Brown Stadium, Cincinnati, Ohio, Week 14 here at Jammin' Sports. The last 2 minutes of this one, it looks like the Bengals have this one in hand. The Raiders will start using timeouts, I'm sure, as the Bengals have a 15-point lead. 1st and 10 from the Raider 33-yard line. We have the Steelers and the Colts coming up after this. In the I formation. Hart to Treadwell. And Treadwell to the 32-yard line. The Raiders take a timeout, a 1-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 9. A minute 55 remaining. It'll be 2nd and 9 from the 32-yard line. The Raiders have 2 timeouts remaining. But this one is pretty much over, especially if the Bengals get a first down. In the I formation on 2nd and 9. Hart to Treadwell up the middle. And Treadwell to the 25. And the Raiders take a timeout. They have 1 left. It's a gain of 7 yards. It'll be 3rd and 2 for the Bengals at the Raider 25-yard line. It's been a rough day for the Raiders. What's up, Davis? Sports Davis in the house. Got the Steelers and the Colts after this. This is the second of 4 games. We have 2 more after this. The Browns beat the Bills earlier, 22-10. 3rd and 2 for the Bengals at the Raider 25. Hart takes the snap, hands off to Treadwell, and he's got the first down. Down to the Raider 15-yard line, a 10-yard gain, first down Cincinnati. The Raiders take their final timeout. This is a stunning upset. And the Raiders will fall out of first place, at least for now. in the AFC West. They're 7-6. Actually, they're now 8-6. If the playoffs started today, they'd be in, yes. They'd be the number 6 seed if the playoffs started today. But if Miami wins later, then they'll jump over them in the standings. 1st and 10 from the 15. Hart back to throw. Underneath to Isaac Curtis. And Curtis down to the 7-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 2. No, the Patriots are in second place. The Jets are still in first place. The Jets are 9-4. The Patriots are 8-6. A game and a half back. The Jets play the Saints later in the week. 2nd and 2 from the 7-yard line. Hart, play action, throws to the end zone. It's knocked down. James Kingston knocks it down, the linebacker. And that'll bring up 3rd and 2 with 58 seconds left. But this is a stunning upset right here. Now the Chargers and the Chiefs can leapfrog the Raiders in the standings in the AFC West if they both win. 3rd and 2 from the 7-yard line. The Bengals come out in the victory formation. Bo Hart will take a knee. Well, that's cool. That'll bring up 4th down. The Bengals are going to have to run a play. The Bengals will try a 25-yard field goal. Luke Jones. The kick is up, and it's good. And that'll extend the Bengal lead 27-9. An 18-point Bengal lead. And the Raiders simply didn't show up after that double overtime win against the Chargers the other day. The Raiders just came out flat. The Raiders will drop to 9-5. They'll drop to 2nd place at the moment in the AFC West. The Bengals will go to 6-8. And the Bengals will keep their very slim playoff hopes alive. We have the Steelers and the Colts coming up next in about 10 minutes after this one's over. There's the kickoff by Luke Jones. Robinson will return it over the 25. And Marcus Robinson out to the 29-yard line. What's up, Fogg? Yeah, the graphics in 19 are better than 23. They are. You just do it side by side. I refuse to use 23 anymore. It sucks. I can't do anything with it. 11 seconds remaining. The Raiders down by 18. They're down by 3 scores. On 1st and 10, Edwards. He'll look downfield. He'll throw. Incomplete. 5 seconds left. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. The LA Chargers will now be in first place. They're 9-4. The Raiders will drop to 9-5. The Chiefs are at 8-5. So one game is going to separate 3 teams at the moment. This should be the last play of the game. Edwards in the shotgun, back to throw on 2nd down, throws downfield, bounces around, incomplete. 1 second left. Stick around. We've got the Steelers and the Colts up next. And we'll have the Panthers and the Bears after that. Yeah, there is hope. Barring a defensive penalty, this should be the last play of the game. 3rd and 10. Hail Mary coming up. Edwards back. Throws downfield underneath. Incomplete. That's ball game. Your final score, Cincinnati 27, Oakland 9. Thanks for watching here at Jammin' Sports. We've got the Steelers and the Colts up next in about 10 minutes. We'll see you then.